It's the latest with Maya.
Yeah,
It's the latest with Maya.
okay.
Who's she gonna talk to now? What's she gonna ask about?
Hi, Jason. Welcome to the latest with Maya. You've seen Jason Earles in Hannah Montana, Kickin' It, High School Musical, the series, and more. Thank you so much for being on my show. I'm so excited to be talking with you.
Thanks so much for having me. I've been looking forward to this all week. I've genuinely been stoked that we had this scheduled for today.
Thank you. I've been looking forward to this all week too. So, um, yeah, I've actually had kind of a hard week, so this was like the highlight, the thing I was looking forward to.
I love that. Well, let's have some fun. I'm excited.
Yes. So who has had the biggest impact on you professionally?
Oh, that's such a good question. I have been really interested in acting specifically since I was a really little kid. I used to watch a lot of TV shows and movies with my mom. And one of the first actors that I was really like drawn to was Dustin Hoffman. He was in this movie called Tootsie a long time ago where he was a struggling actor and he wanted to get work and he actually ends up dressing up as a woman to get a role like on a really famous like soap opera. And I just thought it was like such a interesting movie and such a fascinating character. And I just loved Dustin Hoffman as an actor. And he's like a shorter dude as well. I'm not a very tall guy. So I think I gravitated towards that. And then also Michael J. Fox is somebody who like I loved watching Family Ties growing up. I loved him in the Back to the Future movies. And I just, again, another sort of short guy who I just identified with, and I loved his sense of humor, and so growing up, those I would say those were two of the biggest influences
Oh,
as an actor.
oh wow, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So who has had the biggest impact on you as a person?
Ooh. I've been really fortunate. I've been like surrounded by a lot of people that I love and respect and have like given me love back. I definitely think, you have to shout your parents out. They're probably first. My dad passed away about 3 years ago, and he was like just such a great role model of like how I wanted to be as a man, like how I wanted to like how I wanted to work, how I wanted to be just taking care of myself, how I would be as like a husband or a partner to someone. I just like really, really looked up to the way that he like just was. So I would definitely shout him out for sure. And then like on Hannah Montana, the showrunner for the show, Steve Peterman, was somebody who really took me under his wing and gave me a lot of confidence as an actor, like going forward. He really encouraged me to trust my instincts and like just make big choices and try to be as silly and as fun as possible. And it made the whole Hannah Montana experience better and gave me a lot of confidence for everything I did after Hannah Montana. So I would shout Steve Peterman out as well.
Oh wow, I love that. And
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear about your dad.
I appreciate that. He was a wonderful, beautiful man, and I have a million wonderful memories with him. So there's no, I mean, I obviously miss him all the time, but uh, yeah, I like just shouting him out because it keeps him like fresh in my mind, and I am still so grateful for him even to this day. So yeah, so there's no like bad sad feelings or anything. It's more of a celebration for me, like what a cool man he was.
Yeah. Oh, I love
Yeah.
that. I wanted to tell you, I actually have a signed Hannah Montana script that's framed hanging on my wall. Um,
Awesome.
because my friend Heather Wordham,
Yeah.
she sent me one of the
Oh,
signed scripts she had.
I I love Heather Wordham. She was one of my all-time favorite people on the show. I was very lucky. I was in the writers' room a lot on that show, just sort of hanging out and watching, seeing how it works. But then they also like would occasionally let me pitch a couple of jokes, and I was really interested in learning what sitcom writing was like at the time. And and Heather was in the room, and she was always so nice to me. She always made me feel so welcome, and like she didn't make fun of me as much as some of the others writers did if my jokes were bad. She's so great.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, she's awesome. I interviewed her last year, or I get the times mixed up.
Yeah,
But
me
for
too.
yeah, um, I interviewed her for she created Alexa and Katie is another one of my all-time favorite shows. So, and then when I found out she wrote for Hannah Montana, I was as well. I was very excited, even more
Yeah,
excited. So.
yeah, she's a fantastic writer, and that was a
Yeah.
great show for Netflix. That was a really really good show.
Yeah, yeah. I rewatch it all the time. It's like one of my comfort shows. Same
I
with
love
Hannah
that.
Montana.
I love that.
So, yeah. Um, so what is the greatest lesson you've learned from a character you've played?
Um, I think Jackson is a really interesting character because he's such a goofball and he's such a mess up, but he really does just sort of honestly live his life. Like he doesn't try to be something he's not. And I think that just sort of going through life with that, I don't know, just like a grounded honesty about like who you are and what you want out of life. And I think there's something really good about that, as well as I even though he was a little bit of a schemer and he was always trying to like pull one over and make a buck here or take advantage of his relationship with Hannah Montana to like, get stuff. At his core, he was a really sweet guy. He was always there for his friends and his family, especially Miley. He might make fun of her the entire episode, but at the end of the episode, when she really needed him, he was always there. And so I think that there's something to be said for, again, the authenticity of being who you are, going through life with a sense of humor, but at the end of the day, being a kind person and trying to like have real relationships with people. And I think oddly enough, Jackson embodies that for me.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. So if you had to choose a theme song that plays every time you enter a room, what would it be and why?
Um, okay, so this is you're gonna I'd probably be surprised by this. My theme song would be in the pilot of Hannah Montana. Billy Ray and I are making fun of Miley a little bit at the kitchen table because she's frustrated with how Miley is taking the news that she's Hannah Montana, and she's really really upset. And we sing this song to her. It's the potty training song, and it goes, "I like to sing, I like to dance, but I can't do it with poopy in my pants." And I think that little jingle is so funny. But I actually, and again, this is where my brain is a little just kind of, I look at things in a weird way. Um, I I look at it as a little bit of a mantra. It's like I like to sing, I like to dance. So there's these things in our lives that we love, whether it's your favorite hobbies or your favorite TV shows or your friends or your family. And these are the things that make our lives better. But the second part of the song, I can't do it with poopy in my pants, always makes me think like, well, if I'm running around and I'm angry and I'm holding grudges and I'm just basically running around with poopy in my pants, I can never fully appreciate and enjoy all of those really wonderful things in your life. So like I always try to remind myself, don't get too like bogged down in the negative feelings and you know holding grudges and being angry all the time, feeling like, oh, why does that person have that but I don't? Like I try not to play that game because it just robs you of all the joy of the actual good things that are in your life. So I would rather focus on that. So I like to sing, I like to dance, but I can't do it with poopy in my pants. That's my theme
I love
song.
that. I love
It's just such a silly thing.
yeah. I love that. But I get the like your brain thinking about it differently because I always have that with songs have like certain meanings to me that maybe that's not what the song is actually about. But
That's the best part about like artistic things.
yeah.
It's for the audience. Like as an artist, you can say whatever, have your message, but it really does come down to how people interpret it, and they may love it for a completely different reason than why you wanted them to love it, but they still love it in their own way. And I think there's something really great about that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I am a pop culture obsessed and I go in stages of shows that I cannot stop watching. Is there a show that you are currently obsessed with?
I think probably I probably have like 10 shows that I constantly cycle through. Like I'll pick up a new show and I'll watch it, but there's like when I don't have anything new that I want to watch, there's probably like literally like 10 shows. But the one that I have gravitated to the most recently is The Good Place. Have you ever seen
Oh
that show?
yeah, I
I
love
love that
it.
show. So it's so heartfelt. It's so funny. I think it asks a lot of really interesting questions about what this all means and where we're going. And I just thought it was handled so beautifully. And I loved all the relationships in the show. And so it really is like this really wonderful emotional roller coaster watching that show. And I could watch that one on repeat like over and over again.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love that show. And I was actually it was a few months ago that I finished watching it, but I watched Franklin and Bash for the first time.
Oh, I've
And
never seen it.
um I'm constantly thinking about it because it was just such a funny show. Um
Should I
yeah.
put it on my list?
Yes. Oh, it's so
Okay.
good.
I'll take the recommendation. I will definitely check it out.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I actually I can't find where to I think it's like available to buy on Amazon right now. It was on Netflix and then Netflix took it off.
Yeah.
So,
Netflix.
yeah. So, yeah, that's the show even though I'm not currently binge watching it. Like that's
That's
one
the
of
one.
my new favorites that I've recently seen.
I love that. I love finding new shows to watch because
Yeah.
I can only watch The Good Place and Sopranos so many times before it's like you need to get a new show.
Yeah. I mean, this was on like I think over 10 years ago, but I had
Yeah,
just watched it for the first time. So
that's
so
great.
it's new to me. Yeah. Um, so if you had a warning label, what would yours say?
Uh, Warning, can use abrasive language. I probably curse a little too much in my real life. So if in general you're offended by salty language, sometimes I can be a little too much.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I won't
I
give you any examples here. I'll keep it
yeah.
clean here, but
Yeah. Well, now I'd love to hear examples.
well, my only justification is once again going back to my dad. My dad was a truck driver for a long time, and I would occasionally get to go out on the road with him when he would do some of his hauls. And truck drivers are very colorful people. They have lots of interesting things to say. So from a young age, I was exposed to some less clean language than I probably should have been. So that's my justification.
Oh, yeah. Um, yeah, I think I'd have so many warning labels.
Give me your best one. What would your warning label be?
Think my mom actually came up with this one for me, and I think it's a really good one. It's prone to anxiety, don't overload. So I think that would be my main one.
That's a good one. I think a lot of people could have that stamped on their forehead. That feels like a very relatable warning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah. So, what genre of movie would your life story be told as?
I think it would be a dramedy. Yeah, I think there would be one of those movies that like you're sort of laughing along and it's everything seems free and easy, and then every once in a while, you get to the act one act break and something really like gut punchy in the heart sort of thing happens. And then you watch me sort of climb out of it and sort of joke my way out of it, and everything seems like it's going along good. And then, you get socked with something and you're like, oh, wow, and actually, I think those are the best movies in general because you just get so invested in those characters. You love watching like the comedy and like you feel they're super relatable, and then the tragic thing happens and you feel so deeply for them, and then when they climb back out of it and you see them come out on the other side, there's something so triumphant and joyous, and like you want to celebrate with that character. And I think that my life has been sort of a series of, man, I can't believe how fortunate I am, and like, oh man, that's a big obstacle that you gotta like now you gotta work your way around that, and then you're doing pretty good, and then it's great, and I think most people's lives are like that, but yeah, dramedy I think would be like the genre for me.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. I've always wanted my life story to be both a musical and a rom-com. So that's my dream.
I am the world's worst like singer, dancer.
Oh, me too.
So as much as I would have loved to have been able to do musicals at some point, just I'm just so bad. It's actually was one of the things that I was always so embarrassed about on Hannah, um, because Miley and Billy Ray and Dolly Parton, are all such amazing singers, and they're always like just sort of like fiddling around on set, playing little ditties and singing little songs, and then every once in a while they would have me sing on the show. Usually as a joke, not like to do it well, but I was always so self-conscious because there were so many talented people around me, and then I'm doing my terrible version of whatever the song is. Um, but everyone was really nice. They never made me feel that way. That was just a me making me feel that way, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in this fantasy, I can sing because I can't actually sing. So,
I love that.
thank you. Um, yeah, so what in your life brings you the most joy?
Well, my wife is incredible. She is like my absolute rock. She's so supportive, whether it's like encouraging me professionally or recognizing when I'm having sort of a bad day and like asking me what I need. Like, do I need attention or do I need space? Um, she introduces me to things that I had no idea that I would be interested in. For example, we are giant K-pop fans. And my all-time favorite K-pop group is Stray Kids. That's what my hat is. And I would have never discovered them without her, but like with her, I've probably seen them 15 times in concert. Every time they drop a new album, they drop it Korea time. So like usually it's like, 9 or 10 o'clock here in the States, in our time zone. And we will literally like set an alarm, and whatever we're doing, we just stop and we'll sit on the couch together and listen to the new album drop. And it's something that I never would have probably discovered myself, but she really, I don't know, she just sort of exposes me to things I wouldn't normally be into. And then because I have so much fun with her, it ends up being like my favorite thing.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you could choose anyone to narrate your life, who would you choose and why?
Do you want to narrate my life?
Sure.
That would be fantastic. I would love to hear the commentary. I'd love to hear the funny little things that as you make fun of me as I go through my life. That would be really, really fun.
Oh, I would love that.
That would be so much fun. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Actually, these are such weird answers, but like if also, in addition to my wife, my cat is also like my favorite thing. His name is Zeke. And if somehow Zeke had a voice and he could do a narration voiceover of my life, I would love to hear his perspective on what's going on in my
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's always so fun to just give voices to your pets.
Do you have any pets at the house?
Yeah, I have a dog.
What's
Uh,
your dog's name?
her name's Roni.
Romy or Roni?
Roni. Yep.
Nice. So
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah,
How is she a younger dog or older?
yeah, she's probably like 6. My
Oh,
family
it's a
and I got her in 2021,
okay.
and we thought she was 2, and then the vet told us she was like at most a year and a half. So
Okay.
we have no idea how old she actually is.
Age
But
is just a number.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
sweet. I love animals so much, so that's
Yeah,
great.
me too. She's my favorite thing in the whole world. So
Is she your joy? Is that the thing that like brings you the most joy right now?
yeah, her, and I mean being with like my family, and
Yeah,
my sister's coming home today for a couple days, so I'm very excited to see her.
I
Um
love that.
so, yeah. Um So if oh sorry, I was just about to ask you the same question.
Oh no, you're good. I probably would have ended up giving you a different answer because my I'm all over the place.
So yeah, sometimes I just lose track of what question I already asked. So um
Totally understandable.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, there have been a few interviews that I've accidentally like asked the same question twice because I just lost track.
By the way, you're fantastic at this. It's a really nice interview. You're very friendly. You set me at ease. Like this is a very fun interview. You should, I hope you feel good about your abilities as an interviewer.
Oh, thank you so much.
Of
That
course.
yeah, that means so much to me. This is another thing that just brings me so much joy. So,
You
yeah.
can tell. I think that's partially why it's so fun to do because this is obviously like your zone, you know?
Oh, thank you. Um, so what are people surprised to learn about you?
I think some people are surprised at how short I am in real life. Especially if they've only ever seen me on TV and they meet me for the first time, they're thinking, "Oh, that he's a lot shorter than I thought he was going to be." I also think that like I'm probably a little quieter in general than people would think because most of my characters on TV are pretty loud and obnoxious and high energy and bouncing off the walls. And I can get a little anxious around people sometimes, like big crowds, and especially if I feel like people are looking at me or watching me. Um, so I can be inclined to be a little bit like more reserved. I break out of it pretty easy, and I sort of I deal with it. But I think people would be a little surprised at how sort of calm I am in general in real life.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can totally relate to getting anxious and like in front of large crowds, and I try to avoid large crowds as much as possible. And
Yeah,
yeah, like people staring at me. I remember there was once in school I took an acting class that I did not like only because I can't act and I didn't like everybody staring at me. So that was the reason I didn't like it.
yeah. But I mean, two sort of prerequisites for like liking to be an actor. Being in front of people, and then you know, yeah, that's funny. That's really cute.
Yeah. I also couldn't memorize any of the things I had to, so I was always just reading off the paper.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, as I've gotten older, I definitely have a harder time memorizing lines now than I did. Like when we were doing Hannah 20 years ago, it got to the point where like I could sort of look at a script once or twice and I pretty much knew like 90% of it, and with like a rehearsal or two, it would all just be in there. And my brain does not work that fast anymore. It takes a lot of effort to just cram those lines into my head.
Yeah, yeah, I always like I felt like I had a pretty good memory for a while, and then I it was several years ago I was in the hospital with like an infection in my brain, and then I just after that my memory was so bad. And so I yeah, now I can't like I remember certain things, but
Yeah. But that's why
yeah.
you should be like a host, because a host oftentimes you can just read off the teleprompter. You don't even have to memorize it. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah. Yeah. So what is the biggest obstacle either personally or professionally that you've overcome?
I think I think that in my profession, a huge chunk of it is rejection. You know, like you audition a lot and you won't get most of the roles you audition for. And it doesn't really matter how popular your show is or how good the movie is. Every show gets canceled and every movie wraps. So you're always like looking for the next job. And there's so many steps along the way that just can feel really bad, where you feel like you're not wanted or you're not talented enough or people are overlooking you, or it's really easy to sort of get into a spiral of self-doubt and sort of like beating yourself up. um and it takes a long time to sort of separate out that oftentimes your talent level or your efforts are not related at all to like the quote unquote success of it all. There's a lot of factors out of your control, and so you have to be able to sort of do the parts of it that you can control. You know what I mean? You prepare for your auditions. You make sure that when you step in the room, you're ready to go. You've got a good attitude. You're easy to work with. And for that little brief moment, even if it's just in an audition, enjoy the performance of that audition. And then once you're done, it's over. Like anything that happens after that is a bonus. And if you don't get it, it's not a reflection on you. And so it's a really difficult thing to do. It's basically, I can't even do it all the time now, but I would say I'm like, say, 80% successful at that. When I first started, I was 5% successful at that. It was just a constant state of like beating yourself up because you didn't know how take the next step as an actor, or to get that opportunity that you felt like you had worked and maybe deserved, or something you'd sometimes you'd be so right for a role, you were so excited about it, they loved you in the room, and then some producer's nephew gets the role because there's some producer's nephew. Do you know what I mean? And you can't beat yourself up over that. Like that has nothing to do with you. So um I think that so that's what it is like for my career, but I think that actually applies to most people in their lives. I think we spend a lot of time beating ourselves up over things we have no control over, as opposed to giving ourselves a little grace and recognizing, look, we're all just doing the best that we can. We're all chasing some sort of a dream. Some of us will get closer to it than others, but none of it like reflects on what your actual value is. Like you're still a totally wonderful, worthwhile person that deserves to love and be loved back. And you're allowed to be proud of whatever your accomplishments are, no matter how far you get. Like, I think people are just so hard on themselves, bless you.
Thank
And
you.
it
Sorry.
makes, no, you're good. But people are so hard on themselves. And because they're not very nice to each other. They're projecting a lot of that sort of self-doubt into the way they interact with other people. And this is such a long-winded answer. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no
But
worries.
like, but I think that I just think that at the end of the day, like the biggest obstacle is just learning how to like let it go, like realizing that a lot of this stuff doesn't matter. The things that matter is like how like treat yourself well and love the people that you love in your life and enjoy those moments that you have with them. And the rest of it is just silliness, not to be taken too seriously,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
That was a really long answer. So sorry.
Oh,
And
that's
it
okay.
was a little all over the place. I'm then, like I said, I'm
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I get it. Yeah. Um, so do you have a go-to comfort show or movie that you turn on when you just like need to tune out the world and escape?
Yeah, I actually it's actually a slightly different. I love the Harry Potter audiobooks read by Jim Dale. The guy who reads that is just so phenomenal. He really paints a picture in your head. He's got great voices for all the characters. Um, and it for me, it's such a perfect decompress sort of bit of entertainment. I can listen to it when I'm on a walk. I can listen to it when I'm going to take a nap. I can listen to it in the car. And if I feel myself being like super anxious, it just sort of transports me to this other world and it just calms me down so much. I love it so much.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a long list that I constantly rotate between.
Give me your top three because I'm like I said, I'm always looking. We got Franklin and Bash now is something
Yeah.
that's on my list. So give me like three things that are just sort of great for you when you're looking to like just to get away.
Yeah. There's White Collar, um, Royal Pains, and Psych.
Oh, I love Psych. Psych is one of
Yeah.
the best shows ever.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous of that show. Like I want to be on a show like that so bad. Where that like best friend relationship is one of the funniest, most heartfelt, like perfect relationships in any
Yeah.
show ever. I love that show.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, me too. I've like rewatched the entire series of Psych, White Collar, and Royal Pains more times than I can count.
I love it.
So yeah. Um yeah,
You've got
so
good taste. You've got good taste. Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah, White Collar is usually like the show I put on like when I'm falling asleep at night because I like hearing their voices. It like it quiets like my brain.
I love that.
So yeah.
Everybody needs that. Everybody needs that.
Yeah, definitely. Um, so, is there a show or movie that you just find yourself quoting constantly?
That's a good question. I think it like just sort of depends on what I've watched recently. You know what I mean? I like for whatever reason I was obsessed with Zoolander like a month ago, where I just would randomly just be like, what is the line? It'd be like, "Oh, the files are in the computer," which is like a Owen Wilson line, and it just sticks in my head so much that like, or like, "I've got the black lung." Like, there's just they're not even like quotes that make any sense, but the images of them in my mind are so funny. Um, yeah, I think Princess Bride is also one that like is so quotable. So we'll do that one. I don't know. What do you have a good one?
Yeah, well, my brain is just filled with show and movie quotes and scenes that I just reference in any conversation. So, like, I quote a lot of Friends and Will and Grace, which are two of my other comfort shows, and
Hmm.
there's a lot of scenes from like the New Adventures of Old Christine, which is another comfort show that
Great.
I reference all the time. And so like there's this one quote or one episode where the character Barb just always answers the phone, "What do you want?" So my mom and I always do that to each other. If like I call
I
her,
love it.
she answers the phone that way, or if she calls me, I answer the phone that way.
I love that. That's
So,
so fun. I do ever watch The Office.
yeah. I've seen a couple episodes.
It's not for everyone, but I think that show is very funny. But there's a really famous line that I actually do. I'll walk into a room and I'll just randomly go, "I declare bankruptcy," which is just like a very funny Steve Carell line. But yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
love that.
that's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so if you could give someone in your life a star on the Walk of Fame, who would it be?
That's a good question. Well, Miley's already getting her star on the Walk of Fame, I believe. So I can't use it on her. Um, I don't know. That's such a good question. My cat, I find my cat so entertaining. He's just like the funniest little dude. He loves me so much and he kind of hates everyone else. And so to see him like flip the switch is like the funniest thing to me. And he does this thing where he like hides in the we have like these vertical blinds in our place. And he'll like hide behind it and just like his little nose and like one eye will peek out and he'll sort of like spy on you through the blinds. I just find him so entertaining. I'd probably give Zeke his own star on the
Oh,
Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I love that. Yeah, my dog, she constantly is making me laugh. She is just the funniest.
Yeah, I love pets. They really do
Yeah,
like so much to like just calm you down and like
yeah.
let you disengage from life for a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. My family and I got her like right before I went through radiation, and so
Hmm.
like she and I really bonded because there were a lot of times like I was just on the couch and she
Yeah.
just come up and like sit on my lap and just like watch something with me. So
Is there anything better than having a little cuddle buddy like that? Like when they
no.
decide they want to come up
Yeah.
and like chill with you, it's like I feel like I
Yeah.
won the lottery every single time.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, my mom actually never let any of our dogs before Roni on furniture, and then
Hmm.
with Roni it just because we got her still during the pandemic. So it's everything changed.
Yeah. Do you have any funny does she have like a funny nickname? Do you have something like cute that you call her besides her name?
Oh, I mean, there's so many. My mom always comes up with the funniest nicknames for her. That I'm not sure if she'd like me saying any of them, like on
Oh,
the
gotcha.
while we're recording. So I'll tell you
Gotcha.
afterwards.
Gotcha. We sometimes we'll like yell out to the cat to try to get his attention. We call him Zechariah Poop Butt.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just came out one day. We're just like Zechariah Poop Butt. And then
Yeah, yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think my mom would care if I tell you any of the nicknames. But there's so many times I'll go down after an interview and tell her something we were talking about, and she's like, anybody who listens to your interviews is going to think I'm insane.
that's the best. That's the best.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. My family and I have such a warped sense of humor. And so we just have so many conversations that I'm like, thank goodness this isn't being recorded because
Right.
then um everybody would think we're all insane. So
No, I relate to that so much. I mean, I think especially like if you like as a family have gone through challenging like times together, like
yeah,
there is sort of like a dark humor that comes with that.
yeah,
You sort of joke your way through things and it really does help. I think it's a really healthy thing to do.
yeah.
Even if people on the outside would think like, "Woo, your guys' sense of humor is a little out there," you know.
Yeah,
I think it's good. I totally get it. My family's the
yeah.
same way. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I there were so many times like when I was younger that we'd have to my mom would like take me to the emergency room in the like in the middle of the night, and because it was only her, my sister would come with, and we'd always joke that it was a road trip because it felt like we were when I was younger we were there like all the time, so we always
Yeah.
joked it was a road trip.
I love it. It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just have one final question for you. So today, what are you most grateful for?
That's a good question. Um, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm grateful for a lot of things. I am grateful for what my life is today. And there was a lot of really hard things to go through in order to get here, but I'm really proud of the work that I've done on all of the shows that I've worked on. I'm really proud of the relationship that I have with my wife. I love, I'm I'm working on a podcast with my friends from Hannah, Montana, Best of Both Our Worlds, and I'm really proud of the work that we're putting into that and the sort of the continued joy that we get to share with the fans about Hannah, Montana. Like we just had the 20th anniversary, and to be able to sort of continue celebrating this show after all this time is really special. But like for all of the stuff that I've gone through, I'm just really content with where I'm at today. So I think I'm just really grateful that everything that I had to go through is worth it to be able to sit here today and enjoy this interview. Know that I get to hang out with my wife later. I get to pet my cat later. I get to work on the podcast. I have a lot of freedom in my life that I could have only like hoped for 20 years ago. And a lot of it does stem from the fact that like Hannah Montana happened. I'm very grateful for that show. Every sort of good thing in my life has come from that. And yeah, I think just again, it's sort of a long-winded circular answer, but I'm really just grateful for today, where what my life looks like today.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Well, that was my final question for you.
I
Thank
feel like
you.
I feel like I needed to end it on something funnier as opposed to something sort of like downbeat. Do you want me to do any more bits for you? Do you
Oh,
like do you
sure.
here do you do you like cheese jerky? I can do you want me to do cheese jerky?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, just so that way there's something a higher energy like end. So I'll do cheese jerky for you. Okay,
Okay.
here we go. Cheese, you're the girl that had the jerky. We put them both together and dude, it really worked. Cheese jerky. Say what? Say what? Cheese jerky. Say what? Say what? Mozzarella mousse with salmon Gouda turkey. You just one taste, it'll drive you berserk at cheese jerky. And it's all frickin' fresh. Sizzling Stewart, smoking open enterprises, patent pending. At least I can end with like a fun Hannah bit as opposed to something too
Yeah,
serious.
I love that. Yeah, I was actually just rewatching that episode. So,
That's one of my favorites. Oliver was like that. I think the Jackson Oliver. That's the best scene that we ever did together in the show.
oh,
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I love that scene. So, it always makes me laugh. So, um, thank you so much for joining me. I've been looking forward to this all week, so thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. This really was genuinely like so fun, and you're the sweetest, and you're a fantastic interviewer. I would come back and chat with you again anytime.
Oh, thank you so much. That means so much to me, and I would love to talk with you again whenever you want to come back on.
I would love that.
Thank you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you. And that's a wrap on today's edition of the latest with Maya.
Latest with Maya.
Yeah.
It's the latest with Maya.
Okay.